For 20 years, Israel lived under oppression. There was no real peace, no break from it. Their enemy was strong, organized, and completely in control, with 900 iron chariots led by Sisera, and no one had been able to stand against them. In the middle of all of that, there was Deborah. She was a prophet and a judge, and people went to her for direction. She wasn't on the battlefield, but her voice carried authority, and when she spoke, people knew it wasn't just her speaking. At the right time, she sent for Barak. He was a leader, and he understood what was at stake. Through Deborah, the instruction came clearly. It was time to go to war. Barak didn't refuse, but he also recognized what Deborah carried. So he made his decision. He would go, but he wanted her to go with him. Deborah agreed, but she made something very clear. This battle was not going to end the way he expected. The honor of the victory would go to a woman. It wasn't said as a threat or as a reaction. It was simply how things were going to unfold. So they moved. 10,000 men went out with Barak to face an army that had dominated them for years under Sisera. It wasn't a small decision, and it definitely didn't look like an easy fight. Then everything started to shift. The weather changed. Rain began to fall, and the ground that once supported those iron chariots turned against them. The same strength that made that army powerful suddenly became a disadvantage. Confusion set in. Sisera's army, the same army that had been feared for so long, began to fall apart. Sisera fled. He left everything behind and ran, looking for somewhere to hide. Eventually, he found shelter in a woman's tent. Her name was Jael. She welcomed him in, gave him a sense of safety, and covered him so he could rest. But that moment of rest was the turning point. While Sisera slept, Jael acted, and in that quiet and unexpected way, the story came to its end, exactly as Deborah had said it would. That was how Israel was freed, not in the way people might have imagined at the beginning, but in a way that showed that every part of it had already been set in motion. Leadership was present, obedience was present, and everything played out in alignment with what had already been spoken. And in the end, it became clear that when God sets something in motion, it doesn't miss its mark.